How's it going, you thieving mongrels? Rhythmic here, and goddamn, dude, it hasn't even been a full 24 hours since I uploaded Toby The MadLad, but apparently we've already hit 5 subscribers. Obviously, I'm not complaining, but damn, 5 subaroonies already? That's pretty quick, so I just want to say thank you all so much. So in my last video talking about Psychic Prophecy Man Toby, I mentioned that my main friends in my 6th period left to go home early. So I guess I'll be talking about them today. I know some people aren't as fortunate when it comes to making friends and experiencing the sense of belonging, not just in high school but in general, but thankfully I've never had to deal with anything like that. Over the years, I've been lucky enough to meet and make many friends, but to me, what matters the most is the quality of the relationships you establish rather than the quantity you possess. For most guys, the term, the boys, is commonly associated with joy, brotherhood, and true friendship. In my experience, having such a group is what really pushes the boundary between family and friends, as at times they can seem indistinguishable due to the trust, respect, and care for each other. But don't get me wrong, boys can also be fucking brainlets and forget how to breathe and shit sometimes, but enough of the philosophical shit. But something that I've learned over the years is that although some people grow smarter with age, others just others just mentally fucking collapse. So me and my boys were hanging out, and I'm not talking about just any of my friends that are guys. I'm talking about my close fucking buddy boys, like we've defeated the Ender Dragon together, you know? So I'm with a few of my buddy boys, let's just call them Dan and Phil for sake of privacy. And yes, I know that this is the second time I'm saying this disclaimer, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm exposing anyone. More specifically, my fucking boys, because if you think that I would expose my fucking boys, you're... okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. My bad. Yeah, I would probably expose them, but not right now, not right now. But moving on, we're hanging out the day after Toby's incident, so it's the first day of our now 3-week spring break. Now you gotta understand, as fucked up as I am, I don't discriminate for shit when it comes to my friends. You can look like an average Joe, a fucking tricycle, or even a Lego. I really don't care. Also, I respect whatever people are interested in as long as they don't shove that shit down my throat. So it's pretty safe to say that my friend group includes a variety of different people. Dan is a hardcore gamer, he's into everything that's competitive, whether it's League, Overwatch, Counter-Strike, and... I'm not even fucking joking about this shit. Fucking Tetris. He'll beat your fucking ass at any game that you throw at him, and he'll really enjoy doing it. I swear to God, whenever I get into a new game, he's almost always either finished the main game or is nearly maxed out entirely in rank. And I know what you're probably thinking. He's probably socially awkward or somewhat near that, but he isn't at all, and actually, come to think of it, when he goes out and does stuff with us, he actually hella fucking pulls, but it's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna get into that yet. So that's who Dan is. Now it's time to move on to... Fuck. Now it's time to move on to Phil. It's not even that I'm fucking changing up the name to Phil or anything. It's just Phil, or the guy, what his actual name is, but we're changing it to Phil. He's way more different than any of us. Phil doesn't give a fuck about anyone, and it honestly really ruins the experiences me and the guys share sometimes, but he's a genuinely good guy, believe it or not. He's gone through some shit, and I'm not going to say what he's gone through, but he's definitely gotten past it, and we're always there for him. But moving on, Phil is far more into parties and hooking up with girls and shit like that. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know how, and none of us have figured it out yet since 4th grade, but Phil's got hella connections, and I don't mean like some little shit connections, I mean like real connections. He's not doing anything sus or anything, but if he wanted something, or if we wanted something, he can totally get it for us. This one time when we went to a baseball game, Dan was bitching about wanting a soft pretzel to me and Phil. We were all using the restroom, and Phil said that he would wait outside for us because we were taking a little longer. We took like 20 fucking seconds, okay? 20 seconds to go outside, and when we came out, Phil had a steaming hot fucking pretzel and just gave it to Dan. Of course, Dan's a fucking bitch, so he just didn't even question it and just ate it, but I was amazed, and I'm not gonna lie, I still am, and I still have no fucking idea how he did it. But anyways, that's them. So like I said, it's the first day of the now 3-week spring break, and we're just hanging out at Phil's house. We all live somewhat near each other, but Phil's is by far the closest to both me and Dan. We had just finished playing Smash on Dan's Switch, and after being absolutely bodied, Phil and I went to the kitchen to heat up some Hot Pockets. We both chose our own, and after we heated them up, we went back to the living room where Dan was before. Pretty basic human function, like there shouldn't be anything wrong, but Dan was gone, and so was his Switch, and all of the cords attached to the TV, and although he clearly wasn't there, fucking Phil didn't give a shit for some reason. Come to think of it, he literally sat in the spot where Dan was before, and just started eating his fucking Hot Pocket like he didn't care at all. So I just decided to say, dude, I think Dan left. And I swear to God, I'm sorry, I can't even keep it together just thinking about it, but Phil fucking said, "Oh shit, he took the Switch too. Oh my God, it's time to sound the brigade." And I laughed for so fucking long, dude. I obviously can't do his voice perfectly, but I swear this is the best I can do it. But then I told him that we should probably look for him in case something was wrong, because it's not like Dan to just dip after winning for the millionth time. Phil, with his dumbass voice, was like, "Listen, dipshit, there's a bell on my front door, so if he'd left the house I would have fucking heard it, alright? You're such a fucking idiot." He was right. There's a bell, and there always has been for the past 7 years. But then he said this. "He's probably just in the fucking restroom." Like, this motherfucker's trying to tell me that Dan was just like, "Well, I gotta go to the restroom, better get up, unplug all the stuff from the TV, pack up all my stuff, and just get to shitting." Like, what the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? Of course, I went to the downstairs restroom to try to find him, and he wasn't there, so we looked around the house. We checked the whole downstairs and tried to call him like 4 million times, but we got nothing. Phil wanted to give up and just call it a day, but after I reminded him that his house had an upstairs, he got his ass up. He led me to his upstairs, but kept on telling me not to go into the room next to his. Obviously, I've been to his house before, but I had never seen what was inside that room. I knew it was the master bedroom, and I respected his rules, but I was always low-key curious, okay? So after we searched all of the rooms, there was only one room left to search. The one, the only, the forbidden room. I kinda hinted it to Phil, and he was just like, "Oh no, fuck you, asshole." But then we heard a coming from the room. Phil opens the door, and we slowly walk inside, and as we turn the corner, there was a fuck ton of sex toys and shit, and I was about to book it. Like, no. I wasn't having it at all, and I was so close to calling it quits, but then I heard, "Oh, fuck you in the asshole." We turn around, and then it's fucking Dan quickly just running from the closet in the back, full on sprinting, and then he just fucking tackles us to the ground. Keep in mind, the fucking master bedroom had wooden floors, so that shit fucking hurt. So here we are, on the floor, being fucking tackled by Dan, who scared me way more than Toby did before, after we searched for him for like a fucking hour. Dan just laid on us for a minute, but it felt like forever because of how much of a fucking fat ass he is, and when we were taking our last breaths and asked him why he was doing this, he just said, "You guys didn't say GG." And then he slapped us both in the face, farted on us, and ran away. He fucking farted on us. I'm not even playing. He slapped us in the face, he got up, and as we were getting our breaths, like inhaling, he fucking farted on us and he ran away. I'm not gonna lie, me and Phil are still pretty pissed at him, but, you know, that's what boys do, I guess. Or at least that's what I like to think. And that's the end of the story. Fuck Dan, dude. You think that Dan's the chill one and Phil's the one who's an asshole, but I guess sometimes it could be reversed. Thank you guys so much for listening to this other story. I know this one was probably not as good as the Toby story, but I really enjoyed telling it. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please let me know, or if you like this story specifically, I would really appreciate some constructive criticism regardless. I've been Rhythmic. Don't take shit from your friends. Or, actually, don't take fucking farts from your friends. That's just fucking stupid. Alright, good night, guys.